my first recruiting class here, and trying to do a lot of things at once. And somebody told me, they said, one of the biggest recruiting, number one recruit you got to do is you got to make sure you recruit Big Sue. I said, who? I didn't know much about him. And I knew obviously from recruiting and seeing him through the recruit. We didn't recruit much in that area of the country when I was when he was coming out. And so I was watching. I put on the tape, and he was. I know that at the time, he would agree that he'd gone through a lot, and he was, distrustful of a lot of things. There were he was going through a lot of things emotionally with the coaching change and really the situation he's been through for the last couple of years. And I think he'll remember this. And I brought him into my office and we talked, and he was very, very reserved, didn't really have much to say. And I kind of took a black and white approach with him and said, you can do what you want to do, but if you want to be the best, you stay here in Nebraska. And I was very to the point. And obviously, when he deals with myself and Carl, he deals with two people on a daily basis that are very to the point. And ultimately, and then all that happened. He comes back and he got hurt that first spring. And I don't think it was really until then, I've said this before, that he stood back and I believe, obviously my brother, but I believe that there's no better defensive line coach in the country than Carl. But he was able to stand back. He gave me the opportunity to stand back during spring practices and really watch technique and watch the things that we were trying to institute at the time in a defensive line play. I think he realized at that point, wow, there is a long way I can go. Because we kind of take the approach with our players that as good as you may think you are, it's always that level you haven't been to. And obviously he came back and he had a great year. We had a good year the first year together. Obviously played very well. Then he had the opportunity to obviously come out. Probably would have been taken in the first round. And I flew out to Portland to visit with the Sues and to talk about about his future, about him coming back. And I said the most important thing I said to him was, I said, if you're going to come back for the right reasons. And I think he understood that. He understood where I was coming from. And I think he realized, he said to me when we were at the airport that night, before we went over to have dinner with the family, he said, I had talked to him about how much more is out there for you. No matter how good you are, how much better you can be. You could go play in the NFL for 10 years and you still want to reach your peak. And he really bought into that, and he took to heart everything. These great coaches sitting up here, everything they had to say on a daily basis, and stayed hungry, stayed humble. His character always showed through. His team attitude always showed through, and I believe he represented the University of Nebraska in a tremendous fashion. And I can't be more proud of one person as I am of him. I think he represents not only the linemen out there, but all the great players at the University of Nebraska, the people who are here. I know a few of them were introduced. I know, one of the greatest and one of the best supporters of our program, to me, one of the greatest Huskers ever to play here. He's in the audience. I also wanted to recognize him, Tommy Frazier. I think with Big Sue, last year he told me, he said, I want to have an impact on the University of Nebraska forever. I came here to make an impact. And to go down in history as somebody who's to have a long-lasting impact on the program, and somebody that's going to be talked about forever. I think he accomplished that goal with Donovan. And you obviously, as great at football as you played, the way you represented yourself, your family, the University of Nebraska, and everybody who played there is second to none. We're proud of you, and we know that great things will lie ahead for you. But I think we all have one last time. I don't know how you guys say it. I don't yell it, I don't say it, but I think one last time, let's call them up the right way. On the count of three, let's say 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. I don't know, I'm a very emotional person after crying and so forth, but for some reason, it hit me in watching this video that this is the last time that I'll be in Nebraska and be cornerback and being able to jump on that field with the kids there, and definitely missed it, and being able to, obviously, hear that great chant that you guys do, but it means a lot. I mean, it's tremendous how far I've come in these last 5 years. It's meant so much to me, my family, so much you guys have done throughout just small things for school and football, and just helping hand everybody's done this really year. You come into my life and know me so much, and as well as all the former players, it's been a blessing to you, and kind of following in your footsteps and moving along with that. I mean, it's an honor to be able to be named next to guys like Rich Glover and Larry Jacobson and Dave Rivers and Dustin Simon, Will Shield, and so forth. And just to be on that same list, the Outland Trophy winner, just listen to Mr. Hicks throughout the last 3 days. It's going to last through my life, and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. You're going to always be recognized as a guy. Dominance to the Outland Trophy, which is something that I take great pride in, and it comes with a great responsibility that I'm glad to have on my shoulders. It means a lot. And the staff, Coach Carl, just being able to, it means a lot. Just everything that you've done, coached me in just a small closet, sitting in the office, just me and you with door closed, being hand in hand, it means a lot, and I really appreciate it. As well as you, Coach Sanders. I mean, we joked around, like you said, I had to beat him up a couple times. But I did promise him one time that I'd never beat him up in front of his wife and kids. I mean, all the time you joke and hit me in my stomach when I'm coming off the field exhausted. I appreciate it. The word. I just like to thank everybody, and I'm very glad to be the 9th or 8th Husker. Obviously, Mr. Dave Riverton obviously won it twice. It's great to bring it back to Nebraska, and thank you very much.
We'll adjourn, but we've got a couple of things to take care of. First of all, Don, can you come back up? Tim Griffin, Tim, the Football Writers Association president.